¿Quieres aprender inglés y entender a los nativos de una vez por todas? Este podcast está diseñado para estudiantes de nivel intermedio que quieren entrenar el oído con conversaciones reales y expresiones naturales. Episodio tras episodio, descubrirás que sí puedes comprender el inglés auténtico y ganar confianza al escucharlo. Vamos a ello.
Okay, so you know how it is, like you've got these big dreams, big goals,
Yeah.
but also, let's be honest, you love your comfy pants and maybe a little too much Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a whole stack of research on this, and get this.
Yeah.
There's actually a name for it.
Really?
It's called the lazy but ambitious personality type.
Oh, wow.
Sound familiar?
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, we all have that picture in our heads of our future selves,
Yeah.
like amazing V's and successful.
Right.
But then there's that little voice that says, maybe just one more episode.
Oh, yeah.
So how do we bridge that gap between like dreaming and actually doing?
Well, the interesting thing is this isn't just about willpower.
Okay.
It's actually about how our brains are wired.
Mm-hmm.
We're not lazy. We're just efficient.
Okay.
Like our brains are designed to conserve energy.
Right.
So when we're faced with something that seems huge and overwhelming,
Yeah.
our natural instinct is to kind of avoid it.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better already.
Right.
So it's not just me being a couch potato, it's science.
Just science.
But seriously, how do we like outsmart our own brains? Because that whole avoiding big things thing is not really helping us reach our goals.
Right. One strategy is to like trick your brain
Okay.
by focusing on just the first step, not the entire mountain. Think about it. Like if you were told to run a marathon tomorrow,
Oh, gosh.
you'd probably freak out, right?
Yeah, I'd be on the couch ordering takeout for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But if you were told to just put on your running shoes and walk around the block,
Right.
that feels way more manageable.
Yeah.
It's the same with your goals. Break them down into tiny, almost ridiculously easy steps.
Okay.
Actually, our sources suggest a technique called the 5-minute rule,
Hmm.
where you commit to working on something for just 5 minutes.
Okay.
And that's often enough to get over that initial resistance and start building momentum.
That's a really cool trick. There's even an example in one of the sources about like how to write a to-do list.
Ah.
Using this, instead of writing go to the gym, you write, I went to the gym for 30 minutes and felt great.
Wow.
So you write it in the past tense.
Yeah.
And it makes your brain think it's already done, so it's less resistant to the idea.
That's so clever.
Yeah.
It's all about creating that sense of accomplishment right from the start. And
Yeah.
each small win you get triggers a dopamine boost,
Mm-hmm.
which is our brain's reward system. It's like saying, hey, we did a good thing. Let's do more of that.
You like that.
And then suddenly, those small steps start adding up to real progress.
Right.
It's like training for that marathon, one step at a time.
Okay, so we're tricking our brains, we're getting those dopamine hits.
Yeah.
But what about when the tasks themselves are just, well, boring? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm all for achieving my goals, but sometimes those tasks just feel like a total drag.
Yes, the dreaded boredom factor.
Yes.
This is where we have to tap into our inner child and
Yeah.
make work feel more like play.
Okay. I'm intrigued. How do we
Yeah.
do that?
Think about what you enjoyed doing as a kid. Games, challenges, rewards.
Yeah.
We can apply their same principles to our adult tasks.
Okay.
So, for example, if you're studying for an exam, turn it into a game. Challenge yourself to answer a certain number of questions correctly.
Right.
Or time yourself to see how fast you can complete a chapter. Or promise yourself a reward after a focused study session.
So instead of forcing myself to sit at my desk in silence,
Yeah.
I could put on some music, head to a coffee shop,
Right.
and then reward myself with a delicious treat after an hour of focused work.
Exactly. You're gamifying the task
Got
and adding in those dopamine boosts to keep yourself motivated. Remember, it's all about making it fun and engaging for your brain.
But here's another thing. I struggle with starting things and then never finishing them.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a whole graveyard of unfinished projects and half-written to-do lists.
I feel that.
That lingering guilt is the worst.
It is.
How do we break that cycle?
Yeah. Well, our sources talk about this interesting psychological concept called the Zeigarnik effect.
Okay.
It basically says that our brains hate leaving things incomplete.
Hmm.
Think about a movie that ends on a cliffhanger.
Right.
You're left wanting more.
Yeah.
It's the same with tasks. So instead of focusing on finishing, focus on starting.
Just keep going.
So instead of saying, I need to finish this whole report,
Yeah,
I could tell myself, I'm just going to write the introduction.
exactly. That initial step is often the hardest.
Right.
But once you get started, your brain will naturally want to keep going to close that open loop.
Makes sense.
And before you know it, you've made significant progress.
That's fascinating. It's like tricking your brain into thinking it's just taking a small bite.
Yeah.
But then you end up devouring the whole meal.
Exactly.
But sometimes it feels like we're doing a lot running around like crazy. But are we actually being productive?
Right.
Is all that busy work actually moving us towards our goals? That's a great question, and it leads us to a really powerful tool.
Yep.
The Eisenhower matrix. This helps you categorize tasks by their importance and urgency.
Okay. I've heard of this, but I've never actually used it.
Yeah.
How does it work?
It's a simple grid with 4 quadrants.
Okay.
You've got important and urgent for things like deadlines you absolutely cannot miss.
Right.
Then there's important but not urgent,
Oh, yeah?
which is for things like long-term projects or learning new skills, things that are crucial for growth but don't have an immediate deadline.
Okay. I can already see how this is helpful.
Yeah.
I tend to get caught up in the urgent stuff.
Yeah.
And neglect those important but not urgent things.
Exactly, and that's where the magic of the Eisenhower matrix comes in.
Okay.
It helps you prioritize ruthlessly.
Okay.
The next quadrant is urgent but not important. These are things that often feel pressing, but don't really contribute to your bigger goals.
Right.
Like responding to emails that could have waited or attending unnecessary meetings.
Oh, man. I spend way too much time in that quadrant.
And finally, there's the delete quadrant for things that are neither urgent nor important.
Okay.
These are the time wasters, the distractions, the things that are sucking up your energy without giving you anything back.
So basically, we need to be ruthless with our to-do lists.
Yeah.
And focus our energy on those tasks that are truly important and aligned with our goals.
Exactly.
The Eisenhower matrix helps us see that clearly. I love that.
And here's where it gets even more interesting.
Okay.
Sometimes the reason we get stuck in those less important quadrants is because of fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough.
Right.
It's much easier to stay busy with busy work than to face those fears head on.
That's so true. I've definitely been guilty of that.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm so busy responding to emails.
Right.
I don't have time to work on that big project that actually scares me a little.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Failure is a part of the process. Everyone who's ever achieved anything great has failed at some point.
Right.
The key is to reframe your perspective on failure.
Great.
Instead of seeing it as a negative, see it as an opportunity to learn and grow.
So how do we actually do that?
Yeah.
How do we stop letting fear paralyze us?
Well, our sources suggest trying something called deliberate practice. Pick a hobby or activity where you don't care about the outcome,
Okay.
just the enjoyment of the process.
Right.
This helps break that perfectionism cycle because you're not putting so much pressure on yourself.
Okay.
So, for example, if you've always wanted to learn guitar, but you're afraid of sounding bad,
Yeah.
just embrace the messiness of it.
Yeah.
Allow yourself to be a beginner, to strum the wrong chords,
Right.
and to laugh at your own fumbles.
That takes the pressure off big time.
It does.
It's like giving yourself permission to be bad at something,
Yeah,
which is strangely liberating.
it is.
Okay. I'm loving all of this. I'm starting things. I'm having fun. I'm embracing the flops.
Yes,
But how do I make sure I stick with it for the long haul?
that's the big question.
How do I go from bursts of productivity to building those habits that actually last?
This is where we tap into the power of our future selves.
Right.
Instead of asking, what should I do?
Yeah.
Ask, what would my successful, productive self do in this situation?
So if I'm trying to be more consistent with my workouts,
Yeah.
instead of thinking, should I go to the gym today?
Right.
I ask myself, would a fit and healthy person skip their workout?
Exactly.
And the answer is probably no.
Probably not.
Right.
By aligning your actions with the person you want to become, you start to close the gap between your current self and your future self.
It's like borrowing motivation from our future selves.
I love that.
That's the idea. But what if I start thinking like my future self and then I get sidetracked?
Right.
How do we keep that momentum going?
That's where consistency comes in, and a few more strategies too. Remember those tiny steps we talked about?
Yeah.
They're not just for getting started, they're also for keeping the momentum going.
Okay.
Even when you don't feel like it, just do that one small thing.
So even if it's just opening the document or putting on my workout clothes.
Exactly. Those small actions send a signal to your brain that you're serious about this goal.
Right.
And often that small action is all it takes to get the ball rolling. It's like pushing a car.
Oh,
Getting it moving is the hardest part.
right.
But once it's rolling, it takes way less effort to keep it going.
That's a great analogy. I'm going to picture myself pushing a car next time I'm feeling stuck.
There you go.
So we've talked about breaking down goals, making work fun, tricking our brains. Any other secret weapons for productivity?
Well, let's talk about the power of delegation.
Okay.
So often we try to do everything ourselves.
Right.
But that can lead to burnout and overwhelm.
Yeah.
Remember that Eisenhower matrix we discussed?
Uh-huh.
Those tasks in the urgent but not important quadrant? Those are prime candidates for delegation.
Okay. I see where you're going with this. But how do I know what to delegate?
Well, start by identifying tasks that are essential but don't require your unique skills or expertise.
Okay.
Maybe it's scheduling appointments or managing social media or doing research.
Mm-hmm.
Could you ask a colleague, a friend, or even hire a virtual assistant to help you with those tasks?
I'm already feeling lighter just thinking about it.
Good.
But sometimes it feels weird asking for help.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm admitting I can't handle it all.
It's not about not being able to handle it.
Yep.
It's about being strategic with your time and energy.
Right.
Think of it like building a team.
Mm.
You wouldn't expect a basketball player to play every position on the court, right?
Right.
They focus on their strengths and rely on their teammates for support. It's the same in life.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on my delegation skills and build my own dream team to support me.
I love that.
Speaking of support, I think our environment plays a huge role in our productivity too.
Absolutely. The people you surround yourself with and the spaces you work in can have a major impact on your energy and motivation.
Yeah.
Remember the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with.
Ooh, that's a good one. And it's so true. If I'm hanging out with people who are constantly complaining or making excuses, it's easy to fall into those same patterns.
Yeah.
But if I'm surrounded by people who are positive, action-oriented, and supportive,
Yes.
it's like a shot of energy.
Exactly. It's all about creating an environment that supports your growth and goals. So take a look at your social circle. Are the people around you lifting you up or dragging you down?
Yeah.
And don't forget about your physical space. A cluttered and chaotic environment can lead to a cluttered and chaotic mind.
I'm so guilty of this.
Really?
I always tell myself I work better in a creative mess. But the truth is I feel so much more focused and productive when my space is tidy and organized.
Yeah. Our sources actually suggest a technique called environmental design for boosting productivity.
Oh.
This could mean decluttering your desk, adding plants, letting in natural light, or creating a dedicated workspace that's free from distractions.
I'm feeling inspired to do a major cleanup this weekend out with the clutter with the productivity vibes.
I love it.
Okay, so we've talked about delegating, creating a supportive environment. What about that sneaky productivity killer, perfectionism?
Oh, yes.
So it's like the ultimate procrastination tool.
Perfectionism is a master of disguise. It pretends to be about high standards.
Right.
But really, it's often rooted in fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough.
I know that fear all too well. I'll often put off starting a project because I'm afraid it won't be perfect.
Yeah.
Or I'll spend hours tweaking and refining something that's already good enough.
Right. The key is to remember that done is better than perfect. In fact, we found some great advice from successful entrepreneurs in our sources who emphasize launching early and iterating along the way.
Right.
It's about getting your ideas out into the world, even if they're not perfect.
Yeah.
And then learning and improving as you go.
So instead of waiting for the perfect moment, we should just dive in and embrace the messiness of the process.
Exactly. Remember, progress over perfection.
Yeah.
Celebrate those small wins, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward.
I'm starting to see a theme here. Progress, consistency, taking action.
It's all connected, and here's another key ingredient in that recipe for success rewards.
Okay.
Our brains are wired to respond to rewards, so use that to your advantage.
Okay, this is my kind of strategy. Tell me more about using rewards for productivity.
Well, think back to those childhood games we talked about. They were fun because there were rewards built in, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it was earning points or leveling up or getting a prize at the end.
Yeah.
We can apply that same principle to our adult goals.
Okay, so if I finish a challenging work project, I could reward myself with a nice dinner out or a weekend getaway.
Exactly. Or if you stick to your workout routine for a week, you could treat yourself to a new book or a massage.
Ooh, I like that.
The key is to choose rewards that are meaningful to you, and that will motivate you to keep going.
But here's something I've learned the hard way. make sure you're rewarding the action, not the outcome.
Oh, that's a good point.
So instead of saying I'll buy myself a new outfit if I lose 10 pounds,
Right.
I could say I'll buy myself a new workout top if I go to the gym 3 times this week.
Exactly.
It's about rewarding the effort and consistency, not just the end result.
That's such an important point. It's about celebrating the journey, not just the destination.
Speaking of journeys, let's talk about another powerful tool for achieving our goals. Visualization.
Oh, yes. Visualization is a technique used by top athletes, entrepreneurs, performers
Right.
to achieve incredible results.
Huh?
It's about creating a vivid mental picture of yourself achieving your goal,
Okay.
experiencing the emotions associated with that success, and really feeling what it would be like to live that reality.
So if I'm working towards starting my own business, I could visualize myself
Yeah.
running that business, serving clients,
Yeah.
and feeling that sense of accomplishment and freedom.
Exactly. The more you visualize your goals, the more real and attainable they become in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And when you combine visualization with consistent action, you create this powerful synergy
Right.
that propels you towards success.
I'm a big believer in visualization. It's like creating a mental movie of your dreams.
Yes.
And then stepping into that movie and making it your reality.
I love that.
We've covered so much ground already.
We have.
But before we wrap up this part, I want to touch on one more challenge that many of us face: distractions. It feels like we're constantly bombarded with notifications, emails, social media updates.
Oh, yeah.
How do we stay focused in this age of distraction?
That's a great question, and one that we'll explore more deeply after a quick break. We'll be right back with strategies for taming those distractions and reclaiming your focus.
Okay, so we're back, and I'm ready to tackle these distractions head on. I don't know about you, but my phone feels like a black hole sometimes, just sucking me into this vortex of endless scrolling and notifications.
I know what you mean.
Seriously.
It's like our sources say that the average person checks their phone over 100 times a day.
It's a lot.
It's no wonder we feel distracted.
No wonder at all.
But the good news is there are strategies we can use to reclaim our focus
Okay.
and regain control of our time.
Yes, I'm ready to ditch the distractions and boost my productivity.
Okay. One powerful technique is called time boxing.
Okay.
It's about setting aside dedicated blocks of time for specific tasks.
Right.
Instead of letting your day get eaten up by distractions, you're proactively planning how you'll spend your time.
So instead of just saying, I need to work on this project sometime today,
Yeah.
I'd say, okay, from 10 a.m. to noon, I'm focusing solely on this project.
Exactly. By
Yeah.
setting those clear boundaries,
Yeah.
you're telling your brain this is what we're doing now, no distractions allowed.
Love that focus time.
Yeah, and you might even want to set a timer to help you stay on track.
I like that it's like creating those little pockets of focused energy where we can really get things done.
And here's another strategy that works really well with time boxing. It's called batching.
Okay, batching. What's that?
It's about grouping similar tasks together to create a more efficient workflow.
Okay, so for example, instead of checking email every 5 minutes,
Yeah.
I could set aside a specific time block, maybe an hour in the afternoon, to go through all my emails at once.
Exactly. Or you could batch all your phone calls,
Right.
errands, social media updates, or any other tasks that tend to break up your flow.
Yeah.
By doing similar tasks together, you avoid those mental switching costs
Okay.
that come with constantly jumping between different types of activities.
It's like streamlining our mental processes.
Right.
And it frees up so much mental energy.
Now let's talk about creating a distraction-free zone.
Okay.
This is essential for deep work
Yeah.
and focused productivity.
So things like turning off notifications, silencing my phone, maybe even finding a quiet spot in the library or a coffee shop
Exactly.
where I can really work without interruptions.
Those are great ideas. And if you're working on a computer,
Yeah.
there are some fantastic apps and browser extensions that can help you block distracting websites
Oh, yeah.
or limit your time on social media.
Ooh, I need to look into those.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like my brain is wired to get distracted.
I know. It's like,
Like I'll start working on something important, and then suddenly I'm down this rabbit hole of online quizzes or scrolling through endless social media feeds.
our brains are naturally drawn to novelty and stimulation.
Yeah.
So it's not your fault.
Okay, good.
But with a little bit of effort and the right strategies, we can train our brains to stay focused.
I like that, training our brains.
Yeah.
This is all so helpful, but I have to admit, sometimes I feel guilty about taking breaks.
Really?
Like I should be working nonstop to achieve my goals.
That's a common misconception. Our brains aren't designed to work at full capacity for hours on end.
That makes sense.
In fact, research shows that taking regular breaks can actually boost our productivity and creativity.
Okay, so it's okay to step away from the computer, go for a walk, or just do something completely unrelated to work for a few minutes.
Absolutely. Those short breaks help to refresh our minds and prevent burnout.
Yeah.
It's like hitting the reset button. So we can come back to our work with renewed focus and energy.
This has been such an eye-opening conversation.
It has.
We've learned so much about how our brains work, how to overcome procrastination, and how to create a more productive and fulfilling life.
Yeah, and remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Right.
There will be days when you feel super motivated and productive, and there will be days when you just want to curl up on the couch and watch Netflix.
Well, yeah.
And that's okay.
Totally.
The key is to have those strategies in place to keep learning and growing and to celebrate those wins along the way.
I couldn't agree more. So here's a challenge for our listeners. What's one thing you can do this week to apply some of these strategies and boost your productivity?
Yeah.
It could be trying the 5-minute rule, or creating a distraction-free zone, or simply scheduling in some much-needed breaks. Remember, small steps lead to big results.
And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Progress over perfection.
That's it for this week's Deep Dive. We'll be back next time with another fascinating topic to help you unlock your potential and achieve your dreams. Thanks for listening.